For the final time in 2020, the Atlantic Sharks boys basketball team will take to their home floor here at the Shark Tank. The Sharks are looking for their first home win of the month of December and to win 2 games on the bounce after winning on the road at Matanzas on Tuesday. Tonight, the Father Lopez Green Wave enter the Shark Tank looking to push their winning streak to 3. Hello and a very warm welcome to Atlantic Sharks Boys Basketball on MJT Sports Productions. My name is Michael Turillo. Thank you so much for joining me live from courtside on a beautiful Thursday evening here in Central Florida. The Sharks are 3-3 after taking down the Matanzas Pirates on the road in a low-scoring defensive contest on Tuesday night, 43-33, a game that saw Atlantic keep all Matanzas scorers under 10 points. On the offensive side, the Sharks are being led by Cam Reynolds and Corey McDonald, who are both averaging north of 10 points per game. Anthony Bottolato and Emmanuel Preston have been solid in the paint on both sides of the ball. I spoke to Atlantic head coach Derek Williams to get his thoughts on the Matanzas game and to look ahead to the final few games of the calendar year. I'm here with Atlantic head coach Derek Williams before the Sharks take their floor for the last time in 2020 here at home against the Father Lopez Green Wave. A big win on the road for you earlier this week, Coach. You got it done at Matanzas. Great defensive production. You limited them to under 40. What were your takeaways from that game?
Our takeaways were as long as we take care of the basketball, we get the shot attempts that we want, I think we have a good chance of winning 90% of the time.
You mentioned before the DME game that you had some defensive things you needed to work on. Did you see progression in those elements during the last game?
Oh, yes, sir. We had a couple days of practice, which we've lacked in the last 2 weeks or so, and it showed that game. We sat down, we defended, we made everything hard, and that's going to be our goal tonight as well, just continue to defend.
Got a tough team in Father Lopez. They got a great pedigree, a couple of state championships in the past decade. So what is your game plan coming into tonight against them?
Well, our game plan is just to come out, play fast, and have intensity, and allow the chips fall where they may.
Once again, last game before the Christmas break for you guys. How's the team looking injury-wise?
We're not banged up or anything, but you know, I would like to just focus on one of the kids that we have. His name is Anthony Bottolato. He's first suffering from right now liver cancer, but he still can compete every night. He's going to play with us tonight as well as tomorrow, and he's an inspiration to us all. And I think he embodies what it is to be a true student athlete. He's courageous.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Let's observe a moment of silence. tonight, number 10, Anthony Lopez. Number 11, senior, Johnny Rivera. 22, the junior, Emmanuel Preston. And number 35, sophomore, Tamara Reynolds. Head coach, the professor, Gerald Williams. Assisted by Patrick Edmonds. We're ready to shark it. Who's ready for some basketball?
Well, everybody out there is definitely ready for some basketball. Starters are on the floor. Run them through them for you one more time. For the Green Wave, it's Isaiah Eberhardt, Chase Varney, Doug Mary, Isaac Jones, and Duncan Commodore. Corey McDonald, Anthony Bottolato, AJ Rivera, Emmanuel Preston, and a new starter tonight, Cameron Reynolds, on the floor. That spot previously held by John Killingsworth. The teams are ready. Atlantic is in white. Father Lopez is in the black with green trim. The players are ready. Fans are definitely ready. Packed house here at the Shark Tank. Referee throws the ball up. And without further ado, let's play basketball. Father Lopez wins the tip. The ball comes to Isaac Jones. He's guarded up by Rivera. He throws the ball into the corner, and it's incomplete and out of bounds. So the Sharks will have the first opportunity to put points on the board tonight. Ball comes into Cameron Reynolds, who controls and walks across the timeline. 7:46 to play, first quarter in a scoreless game. Right corner, Corey McDonald. McDonald drives the lane, gets it to Bottolato. Bottolato stopped up in the paint. He kicks it back, and then a double dribble is called against Cameron Reynolds. Inbound for the Green Wave underneath the basket that they defend to listeners left. The ball comes into Eberhardt. He's the main man to watch for on the offense for Lopez. Dribbling up is Doug Mary. Mary guarded by Rivera. Plays it short to Jones, right corner. Now he walks back to the middle. Bounce pass to Doug Mary, who stands right on the Atlantic logo with Rivera's hand in his face. Screaming for somebody to pass the ball to, and a not sure what was called there, but it is Atlantic basketball. They'll inbound in front of their own bench right here at the scorer's table. They go right to left in this first quarter in the white home uniforms. Teal stripes down the side, trimmed in black and white. Atlantic in bold font across the front in black, trim with teal. The ball comes into Reynolds, who walks across the timeline. 7:12 to play first quarter. Still scoreless in this ball game. Preston, top of the key, drives with the left hand into a double team, puts up a tough shot, won't go. The rebound comes to Father Lopez, a long outlet pass, finds Eberhardt. Eberhardt goes to the baseline, lays it up, and no good. Rebound to Rivera. Still no score in this ball game. In the corner, Reynolds tries a three, too strong. Rebound under the basket is taken by Duncan Commodore. The big 6'3" forward, the tallest man on the Lopez roster. Isaac Jones controls of the point, guarded up by Reynolds. He drives to the left-hand corner and hands the ball off to Mary. Mary steps inside, hands it to Varney, and then gets it back, and the Lopez Green Wave will slow it down. The ball is handed back to Eberhardt, and now Varney. Varney spinning in the lane, getting past one, and the layup is no good. Rebound comes to McDonald for the Sharks. Bounce pass to Rivera. Rivera works it to the right-hand corner and throws it back up to McDonald. McDonald, right-hand drive into a double team off the window, no good. Emmanuel Preston with the offensive rebound. The ball is loose on the floor. Rivera gets it from Bottolato. And they'll reset, 6:02 to go. Rivera kicks to McDonald. McDonald now with a drive. He kicks to Bottolato. Bottolato with a Euro step. He gets to the bucket, lays it in, and the foul! And you heard the roar coming up from the crowd as the foul goes on Chase Varney. The and one is coming as Bottolato hits the line. It's up, and it's good. Nothing but net. 3-point advantage for the Sharks, 3-0. 5:54 to go in the first quarter. And the Green Wave turn the ball over off the inbound. Rivera now to McDonald, and then back to Rivera up high. Rivera changes the ball to his left hand, hands it off to Bottolato. Bottolato drives the lane, lays it off the glass and in! A quick 5 points for the Sharks, all of them by the main man, Anthony Bottolato.
34, Anthony.
Green Wave play it in short. Double teamed in their own half, and double dribbling is Isaac Jones as he tried to break contain Sharks basketball. Well, after a slow start for the first 2 minutes or so of the game, it's been all Sharks. 5 straight points for Anthony Bottolato. It's a 5-0 lead for Atlantic. 5:31 to play in the first quarter. The ball is floated into the backcourt off the inbounds, and Reynolds controls it there. Walks across the timeline, 5:27. Right corner, now to McDonald. Bottolato drives the lane, gets a backdoor cut. His layup is up, bounces off the rim and no good. And then Chase Varney grabs the rebound for Lopez. Ball into the hands of Doug Murray. Murray against Reynolds right at the top of the key. Looking for some movement in front of him. Now he finds it, moves to his right, plays the ball to Eberhardt. And now top of the key, here's Duncan Commodore. Commodore plays it short. Back to the top runs Murray. And now trying to get open for a three is Jones, and a foul is called underneath. And it'll be on the offensive variety. Duncan Commodore called for his first. And it'll be Sharks basketball again. Atlantic up 5-0, 4:54 to play first quarter. Bottolato dribbles the ball up the floor, crosses the timeline, 4:50 to play the first quarter. He gets the ball to his left hand, hands it off to Rivera. Rivera middle, now back to Reynolds. Reynolds drives, left hand layup no good, and the rebound to Lopez. Doug Murray all the way across. He gets to the free throw line, he cans it back to Varney. Varney now draws a double team up high, splits it, gets into the lane, tries to find a bounce pass, but then he throw it back out high to Doug Murray, who controls right in front of the scorer's table. Murray gets by Rivera and then slips to the ground. The ball is loose and it's picked up by Isaac Jones back at the logo at center court. Isaac Jones guarded by Reynolds. He works to the left-hand corner. He blows by Reynolds. He gets underneath and then is fouled going up for the layup by Emmanuel Preston. That's the first on the 6'5" forward. Emmanuel Preston, the tallest player on the floor tonight by 2 inches, as the tallest player on the Father Lopez roster is 6'3" Duncan Commodore. The first of 2 free throws is up and good for Isaac Jones. First sub of the game, it'll be for Father Lopez as Mike Battis, the senior at 6 foot, checks in. And then he'll head back to the bench as he won't check in. Second of 2 free throws coming up for Isaac Jones. It's on the way and good. So Jones is 2 for 2. 5-3. And now Mike Battis checks in for Lopez. He replaces Isaac Jones. 5-2, the Sharks have the lead. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter in a low-scoring ball game. Reynolds double-teamed out high. He passes the ball to Lotto. It comes into the corner for Rivera. Rivera, cross-court pass to McDonald. McDonald lets a 3 go, and it's short. And now a long cross-court pass on the rebound finds Eberhardt. Eberhardt lays it in for the Green Wave. Tie game. Oh no, 5-4, sorry. Reynolds double-teamed out high again, gets it to Bottolato, who now draws the 2. Reynolds trying to dribble past Eberhardt. He gets it to the left-hand corner, then it goes all the way to the right-hand corner for McDonald. Underneath to Bottolato. Bottolato up and under. The layup is no good. Preston fighting for the rebound, but it comes to Lopez. Doug Murray pushes the pace, finds Eberhardt in the left-hand corner. Now he dribbles back to center court. Now Perry puts on the burst of speed, kicks it to the corner. A 3 ball is no good, and an offensive rebound is put back is again no good. Lopez missed 2 quality chances there. They remain behind 5-4. Cameron Reynolds in the right-hand corner off the pass from Rivera. Reynolds drives, kicks to Rivera, and it circles around back to Bottolato up high. Reynolds gets to the free throw line, step back, long 2, knocks it down. Cameron Reynolds, the all-area honorable mention from a season ago. Lopez inbounds the ball short to Doug Murray. Murray walks across the timeline, 2:41 to go in a low-scoring first quarter. 7-4, Sharks have the lead. Murray blows past Rivera into the corner. A pass is over the head of Chase Varney, and it'll be Sharks basketball. Into the game for the first time for the Sharks is DeJounte McDaniels. It's the first change made by Coach Derek Williams tonight. And McDaniels will immediately Inbound in front of his own bench. Sharks go right to left in this first half. They're up 7-4 with 2:32 to go in the first quarter. Reynolds walks across the timeline with it, hands to McDaniels. McDaniels gets a screen, drives the lane, back to McDonald, steps inside, gets to the rim, and he's going to be fouled going up for a layup. A kind of shocked look on Isaiah Eberhardt's face as he thought he had position to take the charge, but it will go against him, and Corey McDonald is at the line. McDonald scored 9 points against DME last time out. First of 2 penalty throws for McDonald. It's up and in, bounced off the back of the rim and down. Neither team, I won't jinx it, I'll wait till after this second free throw goes through. John Killingsworth into the game for the Sharks for the first time. He replaces A.J. Rivera. Second of 2 free throws coming from McDonald. He's into his windup, and he knocks it down. Neither team has missed a free throw yet tonight. Lopez inbounding under the basket to listeners left. Full court press imposed by the Sharks. The ball comes in short to Chance Hansen, who's just checked in. And now dribbling across the timeline under heavy pressure is Mike Battis, but he gets into the offensive zone. Fires it up top to Eberhardt. Eberhardt hands it to Doug Mary, who'll run the point. Mary against his opposite number, Killingsworth. Hands it to Battis. Battis now working on Killingsworth. Battis double teamed, gets it into the corner. A 3 ball is up. A 3 ball is no good from Doug Mary. And the defensive rebound goes to the Sharks' Corey McDonald. McDonald throws a long pass to Killingsworth. Underneath the basket, bounce pass to Preston, who lays it in. Excellent ball movement in transition from Atlantic, and they extend their lead to 11-4. 1:44 to play first quarter. Chance Hansen, stretch pass into the corner for Varney. Varney working on Killingsworth. Now Preston, he gets under the basket, but he's stepped already. Out high it comes. Hansen fires a 3 and knocks it down. 11-7, the Sharks lead the Green Wave. 1:23 to go first quarter. After that 3 from Chance Hansen in his first touch of the basketball since being on the floor. Reynolds now working on Battis to the right hand, McDonald. McDonald guarded up by Eberhardt. McDonald between the legs has the ball poked away by Eberhardt. Eberhardt crashes to the ground, and a foul will be called against McDonald. .105 to play first quarter, 11-7. Sharks lead the Father Lopez Green Wave. Anthony Bottolato checks back in, and he replaces Corey McDonald. So the Sharks going with a tall lineup here, Bottolato and Preston and Killingsworth. 3 6-footers on the floor now for the Sharks. Lopez to inbound, going left to right. They get it in easily to Mary backcourt. Mary guarded by Killingsworth, out high up by the logo. Mary hands the ball off. Battis now up high to Eberhardt. Eberhardt guarded up by McDaniels. He works his way to the left-hand corner, throws it back to the top for Mike Battis. Battis to Eberhardt. Eberhardt puts the ball on the floor, and he almost gave it away. The ball wildly flies out of bounds. It will still be Lopez ball after Emmanuel Preston got the last touch on it. Lopez inbounding under the basket. They attack to listeners left. The ball comes in to the left corner to Hansen, and now it cycles around to the right-hand corner. Eberhardt thought about a 3, steps inside, kicks it back to the top for Isaac Jones, who's just checked back in. Jones guarded by Preston. The handoff, the screen, looking for a drive is Battis, but instead he hands it off to Eberhardt, and then a foul is called up high as Eberhardt tried to spin through a double team. They're going to get DeJounte McDaniels for the foul. Third, both teams have 3 team fouls. Lopez gets the ball in and comes up to the top to Doug Mary. Mary guarded by Killingsworth. To the right-hand corner it comes, and the ball is stripped away from Mike Battis into the hands of Killingsworth. Stretch pass ahead, looking for Reynolds, and the ball is tapped out of bounds underneath the basket. Sharks will have the basketball. 4.2 seconds to play first quarter. Into the basketball game comes, for the first time, comes Giovanni Sprata. And also Corey McDonald checks back in as Anthony Bottolato goes out. And DeJounte McDaniels will come out. So Killingsworth to inbound. 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. 11-7, the Sharks lead the Green Wave. It comes out high. And now underneath the basket to Preston. Preston splits a double team. Left-hand layup is good by Emmanuel Preston. And that is the end of the first quarter. 13-7, Sharks lead the Father Lopez Green Wave. We'll take 60 seconds and be right back. You're listening to Atlantic Sharks basketball on MJT Sports Productions. Want to get your business on the air in front of the Atlantic fans? If you would like to advertise via MJT Sports Productions, the official play-by-play internet radio partner of Atlantic High School, as a sponsor of Atlantic Athletics, please email Atlantic High School Athletic Director Tron Griffin at tdgriffy@volusia.k12.fl.us. That's TDGRIFFI at volusia.k12.fl.us. Live from courtside here at the Shark Tank, the Atlantic Sharks playing their last home game of the year of 2020, not the season. The boys basketball Sharks lead the Father Lopez Green Wave 13-7. Sharks 3-3 coming into tonight's matchup. They have played 2 more games than the Green Wave, who are 3-1. Wins against Menendez, Seabreeze, and University for the Green Wave. And their lone loss is to Orangewood Christian. Sharks control the basketball, start of the second quarter. They go right to left and back up to Preston. Preston, the center, drives, then kicks it to Killingsworth out high. Killingsworth now looks for McDonald. Underneath the basket, it comes to Preston. His layup with the left hand is no good. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Doug Mary controlling for Lopez, and he runs the point. He gets a pick out high from Eberhardt. And then he hands the ball off into the right-hand corner for Isaac Jones. Jones thought about a 3 guarded by Killingsworth, but then instead he plays it back to Mary, and the Lopez Green Wave will reset. Ball comes into the right-hand corner for Jones. Jones drives baseline, and then kicks it back to Mary. 7:14 to play in the first half. Left-hand dribble drive, and they stole it away in the paint, and then a foul as the Sharks were trying to break contain. And it'll go against Battis, his first. And the 4th team foul on the Green Wave. Rivera with the basketball, walks across the timeline. 7 minutes even to play first half. 13-7, Sharks have the lead. Top of the arc, it's Killingsworth. Bounce past McDonald. McDonald straight on 3, airballed it, no good. And it'll be Lopez to inbound out of the basket. Lopez in the all-black, trimmed with green and white. Inbounding under the basket to listeners left. They go left to right in this first half. DeJounte McDaniels checks back in for Bottolato.
So you got 1.
Lopez attempt to line out. It's easy. He gets it into the hands of Chase Hansen. Hansen hands to Eberhardt. Eberhardt runs the floor. He hands it back to Hansen on the logo at center court. The ball cycles around to the left-hand corner for Doug Mary. Mary guarded up by Preston. And now Mary walks back to the top to be guarded by Rivera. A drive and a foul is going to be called on Johnny Rivera as Doug Mary drove past him. No active shooting, and Lopez will inbound the ball into the basket. It comes out high to Isaac Jones. Isaac Jones plays it underneath the basket into the paint. Spinning, looking for a layup. Finding a layup that is good is Doug Mary. Rivera controlling it at center court for the Sharks. Plays it to McDaniels. McDaniels space to drive. High off the glass. The layup is no good. Emmanuel Preston fighting for the rebound, and he will tap it off of Doug Mary. And it'll be Sharks basketball underneath the basket that they attack. To listeners left. 6:13 to play in the first half. 13-9. The Sharks lead the Father Lopez Green Wave, a low-scoring defensive affair, but a couple of good looks missed for both teams. Out up top, it comes to McDaniels. McDaniels, a long-range three, banked it in! Or sorry, McDonald. Corey McDonald banked in a three from about NBA range, and it's 16-9, Sharks over the Green Wave. Running point is Doug Mary for Father Lopez. He's guarded by Rivera, excuse me. He works it to the left-hand wing, now draws a double team, and he has to hand it off to Chase Varney. But then Mary gets it right back. Mary looking for movement in front of him as he walks to the right-hand wing. Thought about a long-range three was Isaac. Now Isaac drives, kicks it back to Mary. Mary tries a long-range three and knocks it down. Mary now with 5. The gap is now 4. 16-14 Sharks lead. Rivera straight to the cup off the inbounds pass. The offensive rebound comes to McDonald. He tries a three, knocks it down. Corey McDonald's got 6 straight on 2 threes, and it's 19-12. Sharks over Father Lopez. 4:57 to play in the first half. Corey McDonald, the Sharks sharpshooter, has come alive here in the second quarter. Lopez have it out high with Isaac Jones. Jones guarded by McDonald. Jones drives the lane, left-hand layup, no good. Rebound by Preston. Rivera looking to run the floor quickly. He hands it off to McDaniels. McDaniels back to Rivera. To the right-hand corner it goes, looking for Killingsworth. He's battling for it on the ground. He gets the ball. McDonald throws it to Rivera after a nice scramble in the corner by John Killingsworth to keep possession for the Sharks. Rivera to McDaniels. McDaniels looking to drive against the double team, puts up a tough shot, and will travel before the shot gets off. (19-12) Atlantic over Father Lopez. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the first half. Anthony Bottolato checks back in for the Sharks. And Eberhardt checks back in for the Green Wave. In his own half of the court, Mary guarded up by Rivera. Now Mary walks across the timeline, 4:08 to play in the first quarter. He hands it off. Mike Battis back to Mary. Mary thought about a three, but immediately draws a double team in the right-hand wing. He gets it back to Eberhardt up high. Eberhardt guarded by McDonald, steps past McDonald, gets a pass back, and a tough layup is no good. Offensive rebound fought for and won by Eberhardt. Kicks it, and the pass is intercepted. He was looking for an outlet pass to Battis, and then a turnover by the Sharks in transition. Gives the ball back to Father Lopez, and then a Lopez turnover gives the ball back to the Sharks. Rivera ahead, Bottolato turns, kicks it, McDonald, transition three, no good. Skying for the rebound is Preston. And stepping on the baseline is Eberhardt as he took possession, so it'll be Sharks to inbound. That was a pretty ridiculous last sequence there, and a timeout is called. So just so you know what happened there, a layup was attempted by Eberhardt. It missed. He got his own rebound, tried to kick it to the corner. It was stolen away by Rivera. As Rivera tried to clear the zone, he got it poked away by Mike Battis, who had tried a three and missed it, and then Atlantic took possession. So that's what happened during that last quick little sequence there. As the official healthcare champion of Volusia County Schools, Advent Health is committed to providing championship caliber care with 4 hospitals, 4 urgent care centers, and 6 sports medicine and rehab locations across Volusia County. Advent Health is here to keep your student athlete off the sidelines and get them back in the game. Visit adventhealth.com to learn more. 3 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in an action-packed first quarter. It's the Atlantic Sharks 19, the Father Lopez Green Wave 12. You're listening to Atlantic Sharks Boys Basketball on MJT Sports Productions. So after a slow first quarter ended 13-7, Corey McDonald got hot. He hit 2 threes right at the beginning of the quarter that really kick-started the Sharks' offensive attack. Doug Mary has 5 in the quarter. To lead the Green Wave. Sharks will inbound under the basket that they attack to listeners left. They go line formation. Underneath it comes Bottolato. Quick layup is good. Anthony Bottolato back on the court and back on the score sheet. 3:20 to go, 21-12. The Green Wave trail the Atlantic Sharks, and a foul is called on Reynolds as driving to the cup was Mike Battis. That's Reynolds' first, team's fifth. Lopez inbounding under the basket as that was called not a shooting foul. It comes all the way up to the top and then cycles around to the right-hand corner. Eberhardt thought about the three, but bounced past it under the basket, and it's taken away by Preston. Here's Rivera. In transition to McDonald, thought about a three, steps inside, now takes a 10-foot runner, and it's no good. Battling for it under the basket and losing out is Badalato, and the ball goes out of play under the basket. It'll be Lopez to inbound. 21-12, Sharks lead the Green Wave. It's been a good second half, or second quarter rather, for the Sharks. 2:56 left in the first half. Eberhardt controls for Lopez. Guarded by McDonald out high. Now he approaches the top of the key, looking for space to drive. He steps back, takes a three. It's too strong. A long rebound is tapped back to Varney, and Lopez control again. Doug Murray controls at the logo. Eberhardt now in front of the scorer's table. Into the corner it comes. Long three by Chance Hansen is no good. Rebound taken by Reynolds for the Sharks. Reynolds pushes the pace, goes coast to coast, lays it up, and lays it in! Impressive solo effort by Cameron Reynolds as he ran all the way from coast to coast and put a tough layup up through contact with no foul called. Mary crosses the timeline for Lopez, 2 minutes flat to go in the quarter. Into the corner it comes for Hansen. Hansen back to the top for Varney. Varney thought about a three, but it was guarded by Badalato well. It comes back to Eberhardt. Eberhardt puts the ball on the floor, drives, kicks it. It doesn't kick it, actually. A left-hand layup is no good, and it's rebounded by Reynolds. Reynolds thought about the coast-to-coast drive again. He doesn't, kick it to Badalato up high. Badalato to Rivera in the right-hand corner. Rivera dribbles to the free throw line, puts up a long two, no good. Offensive rebound by Preston, who lays it in. That's 6 points for Preston, and 6 points for Preston in this first half, all of them on putbacks. So the tallest player on the floor, the 6'5" Preston, doing his job. Eberhardt controls for Lopez with 1:15 to play first half. 25-12, the Sharks lead the Green Wave. Eberhardt hands it to Mary. Mary walks it back to the top, guarded up by McDonald. Bounce pass to Eberhardt in the right-hand corner. He splits a double team, drives, he gets a layup blocked by Preston. In transition, here comes McDonald. McDonald. Dribbling is Reynolds, and back to McDonald out high. We're under a minute to go now, and Coach Williams wants one shot to end the half. Controlling it is Rivera, and then he plays it to Reynolds, top of the key, and then Reynolds walks back towards center court. He gets the pass away, back to Rivera, right-hand corner, and then back to Reynolds at the top. Left-hand bounce pass to McDonald, then back to Reynolds with 23 seconds to go. Remember, no shot clock at this level. Bounce pass into the middle of Badalato. Badalato to the corner. Thugging about a three was McDonald, but he lays off of it. Now Badalato inside with 10 seconds. Rivera in the right-hand corner with 5 seconds. Back to McDonald with 5. He fires a three, it's short, and a foul is called. They're gonna call Varney for not a shooting foul, it's under the basket. McDaniels and Sprata check back in for the Sharks. 3 seconds to shoot in the first half. Sharks lead 25-12. And the Sharks will inbound underneath the basket that they attack to listeners left. The ball goes into the corner. Reynolds, step back, three. It's short at the buzzer, and that's the end of the first half. Your score at the half, Atlantic Sharks 25, Father Lopez Green Wave 12. We'll take a short break and then be right back to run down your halftime numbers. This is MJT Sports Productions' broadcast of Atlantic Boys Basketball. Stay with us. It is halftime at the Shark Tank. An impressive performance in the first half by the Atlantic Sharks sees them lead the Father Lopez Green Wave 25-12. And I talked to Coach Williams before the game. You heard the interview in the pregame show. He talked about stepping up defensively and playing as a unit on the defensive side of the ball. Well, allowing 12 points in the first half is pretty good. And, of course, they allowed under 40 points on Tuesday against Matanzas in that 44-34 win. Here are your scoring leaders for the first half. For the Father Lopez Green Wave, it's not a lot. Doug Murray leads them with 5. Chance Hansen has 3, Eberhardt has 2, and Isaac Jones has 2. Only 4 scorers make up those 25 points for the Atlantic Sharks. Leading the way with 8 points is Corey McDonald. He had 2 threes in the second quarter on back-to-back possessions that really buoyed the offense for the Sharks late in the first half. Bottolato has 7. Preston has 6, all on putbacks, and then Reynolds has 4, and that's all the scoring for the Atlantic Sharks. And once again, I want to reiterate that the thoughts of everybody here at MJT Sports Productions and everybody on staff here, his thoughts is with Anthony Bottolato and his family as he fights cancer. The Sharks warmed up tonight in black shirts that says nobody on this team fights alone. And they all had Bottolato number 10 on the back. So we'll head to break. The second half starts in 3.5 minutes. This is MJT Sports Productions broadcast of Atlantic Sharks basketball. Live from courtside here at the Shark Tank, because I forget to put my microphone on. We're just about getting set to go for the second half between the Father Lopez Green Wave and the Atlantic Sharks Boys Varsity team. Your score The Sharks 25, the Green Wave 12. Advent Health is here for you during every tip-off, every timeout, and every season to support you physically, mentally, and spiritually in this game called life. Advent Health is on your team. They're your biggest fan, and they're here to help you feel whole. Advent Health is a proud supporter of Volusia County School Athletics. Visit adventhealth.com to learn more. So we're just about set to go here with the second half of action. Father Lopez will go right to left in their black jerseys. Green trim down the sides, green block letters on the front that say Lopez trimmed in white, and green numbers on the back. They inbound the ball going right to left in this second half. Doug Mary is guarded up out high by AJ Rivera. Pass to the right-hand side. Finds Chase Varney, and now back to Mary up high. To the top it comes for the tallest player on the Lopez roster, Duncan Commodore. He's 6'3", and then he bounce passes it to Eberhard up high. Still no penetration for Lopez on this possession. Now, as I say that, driving into the lane is Isaac Jones. He gets his shot blocked, and then the rebound comes to Rivera. Rivera goes coast to coast, kicks it to McDonald. McDonald, 15-footer, knocks it down from the right wing. McDonald continues to lead all scorers. He's got 10. 27-12, Sharks over the Green Wave. Crossing the timeline is Doug Mary. Mary throws it across to Isaac Jones. Jones guarded by Reynolds, bounce pass to the top of the key. Here's Commodore. And now Mary fires a three, left-hand corner, no good. Offensive rebound comes to Eberhard. Eberhard double-teamed, finds the open man, Varney. Varney steps inside, has his long two-pointer almost blocked, but a foul is called against Bottolato, who jumped with him. First foul for Bottolato tonight. That was an impressive leap from Bottolato. Came from almost behind Chase Varney and was about a half inch from blocking that shot. So Varney at the line looking for his first points of the ball game. And he misses the first one short. First miss at the free throw line for either team in the ball game. Combined, in the first half, both teams were 5 for 5 on free throws. Second penalty shot coming, and it's no good. He's 0 for 2. And Chase Varney is still scoreless on the game. A tie-up on the inbounds pass, and the possession arrow favors Atlantic. Rivera inbound in front of the Lopez bench. Short in it comes to Cameron Reynolds, who got the start tonight for the first time this season. Rivera across the timeline after getting it back from Reynolds. Now finds Reynolds on the right-hand wing. Thought about a baseline drive and now backs off. Guarded by Mary. Gets it to his left hand, now back to his right. Step back, mid-range jump shot, no good. And the rebound goes to Commodore for Lopez. Mary behind the back dribble to get around Rivera. Rivera, nice recovery and pushes Mary back to center court. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. And a foul is called against Rivera as Isaiah Eberhard tried to dribble past him. That's Rivera's second. Eberhard plays it into Mary, standing right in front of the scorer's table. Mary driving against Rivera. Now he bounces it into the post for Eberhard. Kicks it out wide to Jones. Jones backs up after thinking about a drive against Reynolds. Floated into the post, and Preston forces a missed shot from Isaiah Eberhard. Long stretch pass, finds Reynolds in the corner. He drives baseline. A floater is no good, too strong. The ball is bounced out of bounds, and it will be Lopez basketball. Good look on that last possession by Isaiah Eberhard as he was battling against Emmanuel Preston down low, just overcooked the layup.
No, on with the bar. Under, AJ, under.
Mary gets a pick from Varney and then stays up high. Now he gets another pick from Varney. Dribbles in, long two from straight on, no good. Fighting for the rebound is Eberhard. He claims it and then gets fouled.
That's why you gotta slam it.
Foul will go against Preston, his second, and 3 quick fouls for the Sharks here in the opening 3 minutes of this second half. 5:12 to play third quarter, 27-12. The Sharks lead Lopez. Father Lopez still hasn't scored in this second half. Varney thought about a 3, then kicks it to the left corner, and it's in and out of the hands of Isaac Jones. Sharks basketball. And it's not that Lopez has not got good looks. It's just they haven't been knocking him down. Like, Isaiah Eberhardt should have had that layup. You know, they've had a couple of 3s in the first half that maybe they should have knocked down, but it's water under bridge now. Bottolato to Rivera. Rivera kicks it straight on. A straight on 3 now from Reynolds, and he knocks it down. Cameron Reynolds. It's 30-12. 18 points the lead for Atlantic. Mary got a pick from Isaac Jones, but can't fight off Rivera in the left-hand wing. Back to the top, it comes for Jones, guarded by Reynolds. A lot of movement down low, and now a left-hand drive comes into the paint, hands it off underneath to Commodore, and Commodore lays it in, his first points of the ball game. Atlantic looking to push the pace. Rivera in transition underneath the basket to Preston, and an over-the-back foul is leaping into the air against Preston. Oh, they're going to call a travel against Preston. Everybody in the crowd is befuddled, and I am as well, as Preston had the ball into the basket, never moved, and he got called for a travel as Chase Varney did a flip over his back. Lopez now with the basketball. Isaac Jones into the corner for Varney. Varney tries to drive against Bottolato, bounce pass underneath for Mary. Mary tries to lay it up, gets it blocked by Bottolato. Rivera in transition. Reynolds drives baseline, puts it up and in with the left hand. Cameron Reynolds has 5 points in this third quarter to lead all scorers. And a timeout is going to be called by Father Lopez. We'll take 1-2, 60 seconds. We'll be right back. Live from the Shark Tank, this is Atlantic Sharks basketball on MJT Sports Productions. Live from courtside, this is Atlantic basketball. They lead the boys varsity team leads Father Lopez 32-14, 3:37 to play in the third quarter. And it's been a hot start for Cameron Reynolds as he has 5 early in this quarter. Bounce pass comes in out of the timeout to Doug Mary. Mary works to the left-hand wing, hands it off to Mike Battis, who's just checked in. Battis working on McDonald. Now he hands it to Eberhardt and then back to Mary. Mary, free throw line. And it's shoveled to the left-hand corner. Eberhardt, a 3, too strong into the hands of Bottolato. Bottolato, stretch pass ahead, McDonald. McDonald, Euro step to the rim, has it blocked away with authority by Mike Battis. Lopez back with the basketball now. Mary, it's shoveled around to the left-hand corner. Battis moves it on to Jones. Back to Battis out high. Battis drives, gets it stripped by Bottolato, and a foul is called. Bottolato with a shocked expression on his face. And his second of the quarter, the Sharks' 4th. Bounce pass comes up high to Battis. Battis left-hand corner for Jones. Jones baseline drive, draws the double team from Bottolato and Rivera. Now back up top, it cycles to Battis, and then Murray will reset for Lopez. Lopez switches to his right hand, kicks it to the right-hand corner. Battis, now he tries a drive, out top to Jones, straight away three, knocks it down, nothing but nets. Nice shot by Isaac Jones. Rivera into the paint, tried to flash it into the hands of John Agbula, who's just checked in, and it's batted away by Duncan Commodore. Sharks to inbound under the basket that they attack to listeners' right. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to play third quarter. 32-17, Sharks have the lead. Long inbounds pass, straight away three from Reynolds, no good. And Eberhardt controls the basketball. Guarded by McDonald, he works it around to the right-hand corner, then throws it back to the top for Jones. Isaac Jones looking for some options. Tries to dance past Bottolato, gets to the rim, and he gets it blocked by Bottolato. Anthony Bottolato dribbles it up. Right-hand corner, it comes to Reynolds. Reynolds now left-hand drive. Floater in the lane is good. Cameron Reynolds is hot. He's got 7 in the quarter. Eberhardt slowly across the timeline with 1:30 to go. Jones in the corner, guarded by Rivera, back up top for Eberhardt. Eberhardt one-on-one with McDonald. He hands it back to Jones. Jones straight on, thought about a three, won't take it. Still guarded by McDonald, working to his left. Now throws it to the corner for Battis, and a 3-second violation is called against Doug Murray underneath. Sharks basketball. As head coach Brad Ridner for the Father Lopez Green Wave, not happy with that one. Here's Bottolato drive. He's tied up underneath, but kicks it out up high to Reynolds. Reynolds in front of the scorer's table, gets ahead of steam, drives with the left hand, kicks it to Rivera in the corner. Rivera back to the middle. He sends it out high for McDonald. McDonald now drives. McDonald looks for a kick out. He finds Rivera. Rivera's three is no good, and the rebound goes to Mike Battis for Father Lopez. Battis pushing the pace. He hands it to Isaac Jones, top of the key. The Sharks back off, playing a 2-3 zone. Hand off, right-hand side to Battis. Battis to Eberhardt. Eberhardt attempts a massively long-range three, and it's too strong. That was about an NBA range three, and then a long pass in transition, looking for Reynolds, is intercepted by Battis. Doug Murray into the offensive zone. Murray works into the left-hand wing. Cross-court pass to Eberhardt, and then he shovels it along to the corner. A three is up, and it is no good. Rebound by Agbula. That three was shot up by Isaac Jones. 2 seconds left in the quarter. 1 and a half-court shot by Rivera is no good. We have reached the end of the third quarter. Your score, Sharks 34, Lopez 17. We'll take a 60-second break and be right back. This is MJT Sports Productions broadcast of Atlantic Sharks basketball. Fourth quarter on tap to begin from the Shark Tank. The Atlantic Sharks enjoy a healthy 34-17 lead with 8 minutes left to go on the clock. It's time you feel your best physically, mentally, spiritually, to be centered and supported, to feel the power of a world-class healthcare network coming together to help you take control of your health. It's time to feel whole. Advent Health is a proud supporter of Volusia County School Athletics. Visit adventhealth.com to learn more. Fourth quarter, once again, set to begin. And a little bit of a delay as we work out who's supposed to have the basketball. Both teams say they should have it.
We had a jump ball. We had a jump ball in the third quarter. I know. I got it on the court.
They got it, then we jump ball.
And it will be Lopez basketball. They attack right to left, the Father Lopez Green Wave. In their black jerseys with green trim down the sides. Green block letters say Lopez trimmed in white, and green numbers trimmed in white across the back. To the top it comes for Duncan Commodore. He works against John Agbula. He bounce passes it to Mary, left-hand wing. Right-hand wing, a bounce pass goes. A wide open look for three for Battis is no good. The ball careens off the rim, and then it goes out of bounds. It will be Atlantic basketball. Well, no, Lopez is... Oh, no, they're going to get John Agbula for a push. That is the 5th team foul on Atlantic, and there's still 7:39 to go in the game. Father Lopez has no fouls in the second half. So the Green Wave playing a very clean game. Mary gets it on the inbounds pass. He walks across the Atlantic logo at center court, guarded by Rivera. He walks close to the scorer's table now. He's looking for a man to pass to. Mary still controls, now thinks about it, and drives to the right hand. He kicks it to Battis. Battis thought about a three, didn't take it. Eberhardt now drives the lane, floater in the lane, off the glass and good. Eberhardt's first bucket of the second half. Bottolato across the timeline, and timeout called by Derek Williams. Play hard, eat clean, love big, and start living your best life, because we're here to help heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with the latest medical innovation and whole person care. It's time to take control of your health. It's time to feel whole. Advent Health is the proud supporter of Volusia County School Athletics. And if you are enjoying tonight's broadcast, be sure to hit the like button on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and share the broadcast with other Sharks fans by clicking share or retweet. Thank you for supporting MJT Sports Productions and Atlantic Basketball. 7 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the ball game. Sharks lead 34-19. Only points in the fourth quarter so far, coming from a Isaiah Eberhardt floater in the lane on the last possession. Eberhardt had 20 points, 12 assists, and 9 rebounds against University on Tuesday night. He led all scorers, but only 4 points tonight for the Lopez big man. Cross-court pass to Rivera. Now he throws it back across the court for Cameron Reynolds. Reynolds guarded out high. Now Rivera draws a double team, gets it under the basket to Bottolato. A deflected pass is cycled back to the middle for Reynolds. Reynolds to McDonald, right-hand corner. A three is up, and a three is no good. And it's banked in on the rebound by Emmanuel Preston. Another putback by Preston. He's got all 8 of his points on offensive rebounds tonight. 36-19, Sharks over the Green Wave. 6:23 to go in the game. Doug Mary controls for Lopez, as he has done for most of the evening. And again, he's guarded by Rivera. Gets a pick, he rolls to the basket. He tried to throw it a pass underneath. He gets it back off a deflection. A drive in the lane. It comes to Commodore. Commodore, a hook shot, no good. And Preston skies for the rebound. Good defensive shift by Atlantic. In transition come the Sharks. Reynolds, Euro step to the basket. His layup catches air, though. Double teamed under the basket, and splitting it nicely is Duncan Commodore, and now the Sharks back off into the half-court defense. Mary thought about a three. He shuffles it to the left-hand corner for Mike Battis and then gets it back.
15.
Lopez certainly working the clock here. No shot clock at this level. Commodore now thought about a three, the big center. He throws it under the basket, and Jones, a leaping layup, is no good, and it rimmed out.
Slow.
So Lopez, once again, not capitalizing on a fantastic opportunity for points, and Atlantic will slow it down. Rivera to Bottolato. Bottolato palms the basketball, works left with it, hands it off to Cameron Reynolds. Reynolds looks for a left-hand drive. He gets to the basket and has the ball knocked away from his hands before he could put up the layup. Mike Battis controls for Lopez. Under 5 minutes to play in the ball game. The ball is whipped to the left-hand corner for Isaac Jones. Jones drives the lane, kicks it to Eberhardt. Eberhardt now drives, he kicks it out. Battis now drives, he kicks it to the corner. Eberhardt a three, good, wow. Soft hands on the three for Isaiah Eberhardt as that caught nothing but net. 36-22, the Sharks lead the Green Wave. Reynolds draws a double team out high, kicks it to Bottolato, who now draws two. Now into the corner, it cycles around for McDonald. McDonald bounce pass into the post for Reynolds. And now an open three look from the left-hand corner is knocked down by Cameron Reynolds. Cameron Reynolds leads all scorers tonight with 14. Mary takes his time, walks across the timeline with 4 minutes to go in the game. Passes flat across the top of the arc to Eberhardt. Eberhardt returns the favor. Doug May with 5 points, all in the first half. Now Isaac Jones, guarded by Reynolds. Jones to the corner for Battis. Battis drives baseline and gets fouled by Preston. And he will go to the line. That's Preston's third and the sixth for Atlantic. That will put Father Lopez into the bonus, although they are down 22-39. To the line for the second time tonight, the first time tonight is Battis. And Battis drains the first one, and it's his first point of the game. Emmanuel Preston heads to the bench, as does Anthony Bottolato, as the Sharks go with a shorter lineup. Or excuse me, Reynolds goes to the bench. McDaniels and Agbula in for those two. Second of a two-shot penalty coming up for Mike Battis. Battis palms the ball in his left hand, puts the shot up and good. Mike Battis hits them both, 39-24. Sharks over the Green Wave. 3:35 to go in the game. Rivera across to McDonald, still hasn't crossed the line yet, and he throws the ball away into the hands of Mike Battis. Battis drives to the basket, off the glass, no good, rebounded by Rivera. Bottolato looks for an outlet pass, he finds it to Rivera. Rivera walks across the timeline right in front of the scorer's table. Back to Bottolato, top of the arc. McDaniels thought about a three in the right-hand corner. Now he's double-teamed. He gets it underneath the basket of Bottolato. It cycles around to the left-hand wing. A three on the way from McDonald, and it's good! Corey McDonald lighting up the score sheet again. NBA range three from Eberhardt. Oh my goodness, he hit it. Isaiah Eberhardt has 2 threes in this fourth quarter, both of them from ridiculous range, and Father Lopez takes a timeout, trailing 42-27. Sharks fans can't make it to the Shark Tank for Atlantic basketball games? MJT Sports Productions is the official play-by-play home of your Atlantic Sharks. Be sure to like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Twitter, all at MJT Sports Productions, so you never miss a moment of the action. Tomorrow night, MJT Sports Productions is back on the air at the Shark Tank as the girls varsity basketball Atlantic Sharks take the floor for their second-to-last home game of the 2020 calendar year as they take on the Seminoles from Seminole County High School. Tip is at 6 p.m. You can catch the action live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube right here on MJT Sports Productions. Well, I mentioned Cameron Reynolds is lighting up the score sheet tonight. He leads all scorers with 14 points. He's hit 2 big threes here in the second half. Corey McDonald is in on the act as well. He's got 13 after this most recent three. And the game is 42-27 in favor of Atlantic over Father Lopez with 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Rivera takes the inbounds pass, walks up court, throws it across. Haven't crossed the timeline net, now they do with Rivera. He throws it back across to the left-hand side to McDonald, posting up his Bottolato. McDonald thought about a three, now draws a triple team. Bottolato underneath is free, and he puts it in. Bottolato up to 9 points. Everybody getting in on the act for Atlantic tonight. They've gotten scoring from everywhere. To the top it comes for Mike Battis for Lopez. Into the left-hand corner, another three on the way, and it's good. That's 3 straight threes for Isaiah Eberhardt, all of them from well beyond the line. The gap is down to 14 points, 44-30. And Isaiah Eberhardt is showing why he dropped 20 against University on Tuesday night. That man can play. And it doesn't matter that he is 6'2". He's got one of the best three-point jump shots that I've seen at the high school level. Rivera guarded by Eberhardt on the Atlantic logo at midcourt. 1:45 to go in the game. Rivera looked for a drive. Now he gets a pick, and he waves it off. He waved off Bottolato. Rivera looking to just get past Eberhardt on his own. Now he draws a double team, throws it to Bottolato. Bottolato kicks it left corner. McDonald thought about a three, but now 2 go to guard him, and he gets it back to the top for Rivera. 1:21 to go. Bottolato, top of the arc, draws a triple team, bounce pass to Rivera. To the right wing, it comes from McDaniels. McDaniels draws 2 in front of the bench, and now he splits the double team. It comes across to McDonald. McDonald doesn't shoot the 3 in the open look. He gets it back to to Bottolato, who cycles it around to McDaniels, and then it comes all the way back to the top for Rivera. Under a minute to go now, 58 seconds. Sharks just trying to dribble this one out. Back to the left-hand corner it goes, and then back up top to Rivera. Rivera draws 2, finds the open man in McDonald. Now the double team goes to McDonald. Bottolato under the basket. He's guarded up by 2 now. He finds the outlet pass to McDonald, and then Rivera all the way back at center court. Rivera back to McDonald, 35 seconds to go. Back to Rivera. Rivera in front of the scorer's table. Bottolato in tight, and he is fouled. He threw it into Bottolato, who was just about at the free throw line, and then 3 Lopez players converged on him, and they're going to call Mary for the foul, his first. And can you imagine, with 27 seconds left to go in the ball game, that's Lopez's first team foul of the second half. Giovanni Spada checks in for Atlantic. And looks like we're going to get everybody into the ball game now. Josh Burke, the senior, takes off the warm-up shirt, touches the scorer's table, and now he's in. And the crowd stands to their feet as Anthony Bottolato heads to the bench. A very heartwarming scene here at the Shark Tank as the man battling cancer but still playing in every game for the Sharks this season gets a standing ovation, and a nice banner for Bottolato is being shown on the far side of about the cheerleader section. And now we get back to basketball. McDaniels to inbound, 27 seconds to go. 30-44 is the lead for the Sharks. Inbound, it comes to Killingsworth. Hasn't seen much of the floor tonight, has John Killingsworth, but he spins away from a challenge from Eberhardt there. Killingsworth floats it underneath the basket and gives it away. Running the floor is Eberhardt, bounce pass to him. He gets it, blow! He almost had it blocked by Killingsworth, but they're gonna call a foul on John. It looked clean from my broadcast position, but apparently it was not, as Killingsworth draws his first, team 7th. 16 seconds to go in the ball game, and Isaiah Eberhardt is at the line. Eberhardt has 13 points to lead Lopez, and now 14 as he makes the first of his 2-shot penalty. Second free throw on the way from Eberhardt, and it's good. 44-32, 15 seconds to go. Walking across the timeline is McDaniels. Does Lopez try and take the ball away from him? Eberhardt will. Pushing him back against the center court stripe. McDaniels dribbles it past him. 3 seconds, 2-1. Ball game over. Sharks win it. Atlantic wins this one 44-32. 32. And it looks like we're going to have some words post-game from Coach Williams.
Guys for coming out and supporting us tonight. Before you go, I just want to get you guys to understand what we've been going through as a team. Not personally, but anything that one of our players go through, we feel as if it's something we go through as a team. You notice the shirts that we're wearing, it's a representation of Anthony Bartolotto, who is, look at my hand. Anthony has been one of the most courageous people that I know. If you know him personally, you know he doesn't seek a lot of attention. He does not whine, he does not cry. He knows I'm hard on him. And even though he's going through the things he's going through, he still has a smile, he still competes, as you can see tonight. He still goes out and does what we ask of him daily. I just ask you guys to keep him in your prayers as he goes through this next journey. And Anthony just wants you to know that there's nothing that you're going to go through that you're going to go through alone. So you have 10 And most importantly, I expect you to win, I expect you to compete, and I expect you to be back next year along with us. Nothing else than that's going to be accepted. You understand? Yes, sir. All right, thank you all.
Anthony Bartolotto in some nice touching words by Coach Williams. He just got mobbed at center court by his teammates. We're going to step away for 60 seconds and come back with your final scores and tallies. Once again, the Atlantic Sharks beat the Father Lopez Green Wave 44-32. You're listening to MJT Sports Productions broadcast of Atlantic Sharks basketball. Back at the Shark Tank with the post-game ceremony still going on behind us here, live from courtside. Very classy moment from everybody here at the Shark Tank. All the cheerleaders, all the basketball team, both teams, varsity and junior varsity, gathering on the floor. A big banner, there's got a big banner that says "Stay Strong, Anthony," that everybody signed. But there was still a basketball game played tonight. The Sharks did win it, 44-32. Here are your final totals. For the Father Lopez Green Wave, Isaiah Eberhardt led all scorers with 15 points, but then the rest of their team tells a very stark story. Doug Mary had 5, Chance Hansen had 3, Battis had 2, Jones had 3, and Commodore had 2, and that's how they get their 32. For the Sharks, they were led by Cameron Reynolds. Once again, that's the third straight game he's led the Sharks in scoring. He had 14. McDonald hit 3 threes, he had 13. Bartolotto had 9 and Preston had 8. Those were the only 4 scorers for the Sharks that made up their 32 points. So that'll be it from myself, Michael Tremillo. Thank you for listening to Atlantic Sharks basketball at MJT Sports Productions. Remember, we'll be live at 6 p.m. tomorrow night, live from courtside here at the Shark Tank, as the girls varsity Atlantic Sharks take on the Seminoles. Until then, I've been Michael Tremillo saying so long and have a very pleasant good evening.